4 years ago, I got real tired of the expensive replacement parts and the hard starting and the vibration of my, I had a heavy-duty commercial steel trimmer unit, and I decided to try an Echo unit instead. And I originally bought one of the SRM 225 you see on the right there, and this week I just bought another one on the left. And basically, I've had such good luck and been so happy with the original one there that I decided to buy a second one so I didn't have to switch it over, because you can see there that the original one now has the blade unit on it, and the new one has a string trimmer head. They're both, basically the same units. The original one I had to put a steel strap on because they don't come with one. On this one, I've got a really great dealer, and I asked him if he'd sell me a strap for it, and he said just wait a minute, and went in the back and looked, and he said, here, I've got an extra one, you can have this. Now it's got a little tag on it I'm going to take off there, but it's really a nice comfortable strap with a quick release buckle on it there. So you can see it's really great to have a a good dealer when you're dealing with this kind of equipment. I purchased it from the dealer, and the good thing about that is that they actually fill it up with that canned gas to start it up and run it and make sure everything's okay with it before you leave. So it's really worth finding a good dealer on these things. They'll take real good care of you. And it comes with some safety glasses and some of the Echo oil and stuff like that, and a little manual that comes with it too. And I basically use the trimmer probably about between, I'd say, 4 and 6 hours a week usually, and I go through a lot of string, so I just buy these big rolls of the Echo string, and you just have to cut off 20-foot pieces. I'll cut a batch at a time and keep some extra ones in my pocket, and it's real easy to reload these heads on this. You just slide it half of the way through and then twist the head, and it takes about 2 minutes. Now, the original one has that blade kit on it that you see there, and it was about a 20-minute switchover between the blade and the trimmer head, so that's why I bought another one. I started with one of those toothed blades first, and finally, in the end, I wound up switching to this stray wing blade that really works good on the stuff around my swamp and my pond and stuff. So, there you can see all the parts you've got to switch out and the guards and stuff to go from the string trimmer over to the brush trimmer. So there it is. I'm gonna leave one set up as a brush trimmer and the other as a string trimmer now, because I'm constantly using both of them. It just took too long to change over. Plus, you can see there's 4 things on the string trimmer head, little wear indicators on there, and if you look at this 4-year-old one, you can see that they're basically gone. So it was really time to buy a new head anyway. And it has worked perfect all along, so I have no complaints about it. But I decided, that was another factor in buying a new one. Plus, Echo has really decent prices on the tune-up kits and stuff like that. With my old steel weed whacker, it was like $35 just for an air filter alone. And you get these kits for like $16 that have everything that you need. And I did find a nice screened shield there at Harbor Freight years ago for like $5 or something like that, and that's my favorite to use when weed whacking, because those safety glasses just get all goobered up real quick. So about the only thing you need to keep these running is you buy a thing of this Echo lube. It's a white grease that goes in the gearbox head up there, and you can remove that. There's a screw in each of them you can remove and just squirt some in there. But I usually every couple of months just take them apart, pull those 3 screws out and slide it off and just fill it up with it. And I've had good luck with this Echo 2-stroke oil. I use high test gas in all my Echo equipment with this 2-stroke oil and some stable, and I've never had one that wouldn't start even after sitting over the entire winter. So basically I've been really extremely happy with them, and had much better luck than the old steel equipment that I used to use. So I just thought I'd make a quick video about this, just showing you kind of what these new ones are like. And I would definitely recommend these to anybody that's looking for a nice trimmer. They're not the lowest price range, but they do last a long time, and they do have a 5-year warranty. So I still actually have 1 year left on the original one warranty, and I've had no problems yet, so I'm sure it'll last that long. So you can see it's really wet out. It's still, the sun hasn't come out yet. We get these early morning fogs up here, and I just decided to get out there to, you know, take a couple shots for the video. And you can see it's a really comfortable length on that shaft there, and the strap really helps hold it. So, you know, you can go for 4 or 5 hours with no problem. Very low vibration. My steel one that I had used to make your hands numb after about a half an hour. Where this one I can run 4, 5, 6 hours with no problem. You know, it's very comfortable to use. And it's also very efficient on gas. I know my old steel one would get about 20 minutes to a tank, which was approximately the same size as the tank on this one. And this one I'll get close to an hour out of it once I, you know, get it broken in and run a couple tanks through it. So they really do work good, and I've got a lot of areas to weed whack, and like between some trees I put in a couple years ago, it's just grown together too tight to fit my 5-foot mower deck through there. So for probably next year or so, I'm going to be doing some whacking in here just until they grow together and stuff. So I mean, you can see these it really it's not a real powerful weed whacker, but it's actually perfect for what I use it for. I know that the steel one I had was like a 28cc one, and that's probably why I used more gas and it vibrated like crazy. But this one is just, in my book, it's really just comfortable to use, and does a real good job, and real low, you know, low replacement parts cost, and it does come with a 5-year warranty. And there you can see after a half hour of whacking, it's a little bit more than a half tank gone. But the dealer does fill it up with that good canned gas for the first tank, so you know, that's a good thing to run through it. And they don't stay looking new for very long, and when it's damp out, you can ruin a pair of blue jeans in a half an hour too, real quick with one of these things. So all in all, I feel that Echo makes a real good product with a good warranty, and I'd recommend them. You can see we got the hummingbird feeders out now, and the plants are starting to come back, and the carpenter bees are back. There's a bunch of them this year for some reason, and all the bushes and peonies and lavender, you know, starting to come up and stuff. So spring is definitely in the air around here now. And I'm finally starting to get the garden in now, and I'm getting the raised bed area planted first and stuff. So I should have some, you know, start some of the gardening videos shortly. And there you can see how big my tomatoes are, and they're going in next week. So basically, I just thought I'd, you know, do a quick video about this Echo SRM 225 trimmer, and you know, it's one of those products that I've had really good luck with, and it's really comfortable to use, easy starting, gas efficient, and low vibration in my book. So I just thought I'd, you know, just put it out there in case anybody's looking to go out and you know, pick up a weed whacker. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.